Alright, real quick, I am starting on this garden over here. Like I said in my last video, I'm going to do kind of a raised rock area berm type thing right here. Just want to get some video of starting it. Went and got some rocks from the landscape place. I've had these cinder blocks, so I figured put some cinder blocks at the rear. And they'll be covered up with soil and dirt instead of using nice rocks or whatnot, to just use those and get rid of them. They've just been sitting over there trashing up my lawn pretty much. That's how it's starting. Some cinder blocks stacked up, and I'm throwing some of these rocks that I picked up. I didn't get everything I need. I was hoping to go by, I was gonna go get some dirt. I was hoping to go by and find 1 or 2 rocks, but I found 1, 2, 3, I don't know, about 10 rocks. And we'll go get dirt tomorrow. I'm gonna use the pile of native soil to help berm or build this up, and it'd be nothing but that on the bottom. Once I start getting up, I'll mix my good soil I'm buying 50-50 with my native soil and do the top of that pretty much same as I did with the berm over here that I made. But that's it. We're starting real quick. Just threw those rocks there. Everything's going into place perfectly, like I'm following instructions, like I've bought something that came with instructions, and it's going together. We'll see how it goes from here. I'll need some more rocks, of course. Alright, took a couple more minutes and I was debating on my rocks. Figured a lot of these were second level type rocks, but really can't go up that high here because I don't have that far to go. Got the fence and then this tree, so we can't hill it up that far back. You see how much room I'm kind of keeping back there, and that might even be iffy. I might have to take that second layer off and see what happens, but I'm just kind of winging it, and it will come out how it comes out. That's how I put this first row. I didn't want them to be straight along here. For one, it wouldn't look as natural, and then I'm gonna put dirt in here, and I'll have pockets down here where there's little plants up against the side. I actually like this rock because it has a little cavern, a little overhang. Kind of picture it as a second level rock with creating an overhang, let's say here or something. But for now I'm going to try it there since I don't have many rocks. And we'll see what happens. I could always try to change it later, but it's a pretty big rock for a second layer rock. A lot of times in something like this, you might have boulders, possibly more around this size. You know, this size, and maybe a tad bigger. And you start with those sizes, and then you could have 2 or 3 levels before you're even at where these are from the get-go. But I kind of wanted to do the bigger rocks, so that's gonna have me have less rocks going up, but we'll see what it comes out to be. That's what I'm working with now, and that's where I'm at on it. Just want to get a quick shot. roots aren't going to go that deep, I'll put a few good inches of native soil on the bottom here. All right, it's the next day. I stopped on it yesterday, just put these rocks around it, started throwing some native soil around the rocks. Pretty much, you can see the back here. Kind of just use the native soil as like mortar around. Pack it in the crevices and along the center blocks and around some of the rocks I've used. I've only got one wheelbarrow full of the soil I bought, so I packed that in everywhere. I really didn't have any plan. A little on the front here just to keep it solid against there. That's how I did the front. Didn't want a straight line through here. Wanted a few kind of zigzag gaps for some little plants and stuff to pop in along the side. But I really didn't have any idea of exactly what I wanted. I just knew I wanted some rocks in this garden and almost have it. I call them berms, just like this one over here, a berm. It's not really a berm, it's more of a raised garden rocks, so almost like a raised rock garden, but I'm gonna call them berms anyway. So I really don't have a plan. I just got some pretty big boulders, not boulders, but you know, decent rocks, and started putting them around. Like I said, I got the idea to throw some center blocks at the rear to bank the soil against. Obviously, if you had a big area over here, you wouldn't necessarily have to do that, but I have the fence here, tree here, smaller garden, so I needed something to bank it against. And then I'll probably get some flatter big rocks and almost have them leaning against it with rocks stacked on it to kind of finish it out. But I just wanted to show where I was on it. I got one wheelbarrow full of my dirt that I bought in there, and that's it. The rest is native soil. So I'll get another wheelbarrow in there. I don't plan on doing much work on it today. I just wanted to come out here and throw a little dirt on it, kind of get it going a little bit. I guess I had something to do earlier, so didn't get to work on it this morning, plus it was raining. Anyways, got some these aren't super huge, but they're not tiny rocks, and those will go on the top level here and there. But I'll definitely need some more rocks. I'll probably have a rock coming up through here, and this will be left open for a nice plant, and it will hang over this big front rock right here. And then we even got a little one down here, a little tiny one right here, which plants will be in every little crevice through here. And I had this rock coming this way, and then I decided to go and turn it, and that left me a nice planting spot right here to pop a cool plant in, which will hang over here and a little bit in the garden. But that's how that's looking right now. It's coming together easy peasy. So it's still two wheelbarrows full of dirt, the dirt I bought at least. And I have one more rock. Let me grab it real quick and we'll just kind of toss it in there and we'll see what happens. I thought I had a cool little area right here that might be useful for something, but let's see where it could go. All this still needs to be watered in, compacted down, and then topped back up with some soil. Just do a random spot right here. Look at that. Rocks just pop right into place. Like nothing. Easy peasy. Some dirt up in here. Don't know if I'm gonna leave this here, but Yeah, that just popped right into place. Looks like it belongs there. Turn it more this way if I want. That. And you backfill it, make sure it's not moving, but that actually looks pretty good right there. Oh yeah, there we go. Right. Yeah. Easy peasy. That one just popped right into place. Like I say, I might not be leaving it there, but pretty much you can use any rock for anything, and they just pop right in. Alright. That's probably pretty much a stopping point. I pulled this rock out of the garden. It was wrapped around the garden. Grabbed that one, looked like it was gonna fit good. Popped it right on. I actually like this little hangover part. Now if you're climbing on these rocks and you step right here, I mean, I'm putting pretty good pressure there, but if you step there, it would pop this rock up a little. So you'd have to be mindful of that. Not that you'd be walking and running all over these rocks, but pull that one out of the garden, pull that little one right here out of the garden, and it popped in there. Will it stay there? I don't know. I just grabbed it and wedged it in there. Used some native soil and clay to kind of mold it into place. And a bigger rock will lean against this whole thing to conceal and cover this. So we'll see, but just goes to show, every rock I picked up and placed somewhere, I put that rock there. There was no rock that I took away and grabbed another rock. Every one I picked and went for, put right into place. Grab the next one, put it right into place. Next one, put it right into place, and it just continued. I never picked up a rock that didn't fit wherever I wanted to put it. So most rocks will fit wherever you need to put them, or at least have a good spot where they could get wedged in or placed. But that's probably the end for today, where I'll stop and get another shot of kind of where I was going with it. It's not even 3 wheelbarrows full of dirt, it's 2.5. You can see I got some native soil and clay wedged up against the back here, sides, top. A lot of that is really wet because it rained on it. The only rock I'm not 100% on is this one, even though it looks good. This corner one, because it's not a thick rock like these. It's kind of a thinner rock, and I just laid it in there. But it makes a good corner, and it's stable. Makes a good rounded corner piece. And then I'll pop another rock right here, of course. And we'll see what's gonna happen here. But we'll see what's gonna happen on the back side. Either I'll stack a couple bigger and medium rocks up, or I'll get one massive one to lean against it and medium ones to put on top. So yeah, I'm liking it. Looking at it from back over here, thinking it might be best to leave these almost at that level. I could do some medium sizers onto a second level, but just have some big rocks up back here and have it going up at an angle to give it some depth. If I come up here, it'd still be at a little bit of an angle, but not as much as it could be. And have some taller rocks back here leading down to the, kind of like it's going down, and leave this almost like this with maybe a little more detail going on in here, but not much higher. We'll see. Alright, well, I decided we're going to do multiple little videos on this rock garden video. A few 10, 15, 20 minute videos instead of an hour-long video. So this will be part 1, and we'll see how it's going to turn out. Hopefully it's going to turn out good. Alright, later.